Yeah. Well, I'll save you up tonight. One for home, one for the office. One to take the ACC championship game.
We don't really follow it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you won't need those, you know.
We don't. Our development doesn't play. Did you see they created the big school today? They literally. You did it. Play dead. As soon as you start.
I mean, I give him a lot of credit. There's no possible.
He said in the article about it.
I mean, he might have. I understand, like, I understand. Yeah. I still out. We're trying to fix everything that's going on, right? So reaction play. And he, I mean, in retrospect, of course, you're a national television, you're now eyes and finance, where draft stock went to number 4. That's the thing you were going to control. Like I know you're on your to make your own targets. I don't know what I was doing.
He starts to do it.
Exactly my point. Because, and I think about, I would rather just see like ride the motor where it's trying to emulate it. That's like, when guys try to do that when they're not. That's when they get hurt.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Stamina is one of the things.
Yeah. I think Chris Collins was still. He gets nervous. I was waiting for 7. I thought that
I always wonder why.
So I was-
They never talk nicely about school.
wide receiver.
Yeah. That's right.
He's gonna do it.
all those big people.
Right side was.
Did you? This might be. Turkey John.
I'm gonna.
How is it that guy coaches you paid $9 million?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just think you too. You all got. And that way we spread it. We're all wearing.
To record it. I mean, we'll get that one, but how do I?
I think you broadcasted it.
Is it going? Is it,
Coletta, can you log in so you can manage the participants if they have questions?
Yeah, I suppose I could do that.
Okay, so this is rolling, right? It appears that way to me too, yeah?
So.
Oh, we have attendees here. Okay.
First of all, thank you to the last.
She like it?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're doing. Like the other day. Like I would just.
It's like the school
I'm
goes.
just so tired.
It's like,
Everybody wants
it's like I didn't do my last. Now there's some physics. Right. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I didn't even realize we had schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did this happen?
Yeah, I have
Apparently.
Yeah, okay.
Did you give me your kids?
Yeah, those are awful.
This one that you got in.
Aaron is on here too.
Oh, I
So
see.
yes, we're
All
all
right, ready? All right. Good evening. This is the Borough of Crafton Council meeting for December 9th, 2021. Call to order. Flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
The United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Amendola? Here. Mr. Chandler is not here.
I'm here.
Oh, there you, okay. Perfect time. Mr. Kraus? Here. Mr. Crown? Here. Mr. Lavasser?
Here.
Mr. Oliverio?
Here.
Ms. Perry? Here. Mayor Bloom?
Here.
Solicitor Corporal?
Here.
Engineer Minsterman? Here. And myself, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Moving forward to the consent agenda, we have the approval of minutes for November 23rd, 2021, and the bills list for December 9th, 2021. Motion to approve the December 9th, 2021 consent agenda.
So moved.
Questions, comments? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed? Hearing none that opposed, consent agenda passes. Thank you. Moving forward to public comments on agenda items. Could we have the sign-in sheet to see if anybody would like to speak at public comment? Anybody online?
No hands raised at this point.
All right. Moving forward to the presence report, just a brief moment. Most of the details are going to be covered in the agenda. I just want to say thank you to everybody. There's a lot of work going on around the municipality. Our committees have been very productive. Our volunteers have been very, very productive. You see all the lights going on up around town. We're very thankful to the Crafton Owls, the Recreation Board, the Parks Master Site Plan Steering Committee has been very active. So I really appreciate everybody that's taking the effort to volunteer to help Crafton move forward into the future with all of our planned work that we have. So again, really just want to say thank you to the community, but thank you to every member of council and to the mayor. Mayor Bloom, it's been a pleasure serving with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Perry, it's been a pleasure serving with you, Engineer Minsterman, and to every other member of council. And to Solicitor Corporal.
Me too.
You kept us out of trouble for the most part, so thank you. This is many of our last meetings. I just want to say it's been a pleasure serving with you all. We've all had a lot of difference of opinions, but we all care about the same community. So thank you. And with that, we'll move forward to the mayor's report.
And I, like the president, just want to thank the community for their support for the last 14 years that I've been sitting up here. And, you know, I'll miss it, but at the same time, I think it was time to let it go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Now moving forward to the solicitor's report.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Manager's report.
I did upload a report. If anybody has any questions, please let me know.
Thank you. All right, moving forward to the business agenda. 24. Oh, perfect.
Oh, you know what?
Don't worry. Sorry, reading out the script.
Yes, no problem. I wanted to say that we manager asked us to come in January and give a sort of a year in review of all
projects, the grants, all the work that was done in 2021. And then even sort of a preview of what's the planning and what's in the works for 2022. So we look to schedule that possibly before the meeting, maybe not the reorganization meeting, but the second or fourth Thursday in that month. So let's schedule that when the new council gets in and give everyone where we are.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, now moving forward to the business agenda. We have the 2022 general road fund, sewer, and capital fund budget. Motion to adopt the 2022 proposed general fund, road fund, sewer fund, and capital budget projects budgets as advertised, appropriating specific sums estimated to the required for the specific purposes of the borough government set forth during the year 2020.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed?
No.
All right, thank you. Motion passes. For the 2022 tax millage resolution, there is no increase in millage from the 2021 rate. For the 2022 fiscal year, the tax levied on all real property will be the sum of 8.59 mils on each dollar of assessed valuation, or the sum of $8.59 on each $1,000 of assessed valuation. $2.42 mils of said tax levy being dedicated to a permanent special road street improvement fund. So we have a motion to adopt resolution 2021-022, setting the real estate millage rate for property for the year 2022.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All that opposed? And none opposed, motion passes. 2022 fee resolution, motion to adopt resolution 2021-023, adopting the fee schedule for the year 2022.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed? None opposed. All right, 2022 wage resolution, motion to adopt resolution 2021-024, adopting the wages for non-union employees for the year of 2022.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed? None that opposed? All right, motion passes.
Yes. So my.
Yes. Thanks. All right, sorry. There's a throwing me off, sorry. Magistrate roof replacement project. 2 bids were received for the magistrate roof replacement project. The low bidder for the project is RAAME Incorporated in the amount of $152,475 for the base bid. The engineer's estimate for the project is $163,357.50. We have a motion to award the base bid for the magistrate roof replacement project to RAME Incorporated in the amount of $152,475.
So moved.
Second. Questions, comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed?
No.
Motion passes. All right. Borough building facade repairs. 5 bids were received for the borough building office facade repairs. Base bid involves tuck pointing stone and brick mortar joints, rebuilding brick, cutting and caulking stone joints, lintel repairs and or replacements, pressure washing and cleaning the facade and other miscellaneous items along the facades of the building. Add alternate number 1 is for the replacement of damaged stones. Add alternate number 2 is to refurbish the sconce lighting located in the front of the building. The low bidder for the project is Cost Company Incorporated in the amount of $133,000 for the base bid. Add alternate number 1 and add alternate number 2. The engineer's estimate for the project is $1,526.25. Does not include add alternate number 2. Before we go, do you want to add anything else to that?
I think the only issue as it relates to the engineer's estimate doesn't include add alternate 2. So that's 121 number compared to the 133 number for the facing work. Alternate number 2 was not part of the original engineer's estimate. It was added, but when they reviewed the cost, I think it's about $5,000, that it's a very reasonable cost. So instead of redoing the engineer's estimate, we just agreed and said, yes, you should award that. It's a good price.
All right, thank you. Moving forward to the motion to award the base bid for $113,000, add alternate number 1, $15,000, and add alternate number 2, $5,000 for the Borough Building Facade Project to cost company in the amount of $133,000.
So moved.
Second. All right, any questions? All right, hearing none, all in favor? Aye. All that opposed?
No.
All right, note that for the record. Moving forward, that motion passed. Planning Commission appointment. Motion to reappoint Eric Valchek to the Planning Commission for a 4-year term to expire April 13, 2025.
So moved.
Second. Questions, comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed?
No.
All right, motion passes. Planning Commission appointment, sorry, I already read this. Yeah.
Would it be a 4-year term, April 13, 2025?
His term actually expired earlier in the year.
Expired April 13th, 2021.
Yeah, we just haven't got to this yet. Yep. All right, commercial building inspection contract, motion to authorize the interim manager to provide building inspection underwriters with 30 days written notice. Its intent to terminate the agreement. Yeah, one motion, so that concludes the motion on the floor.
So moved.
Any questions, comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed? Hearing none that opposed? Motion passes. We have a motion to authorize the interim manager to enter into a 6-month agreement with CodeSys Code Consulting to provide commercial inspection, commercial plan review, accessibility, electrical and mechanical inspection services to the borough for 80% of the permit fee based upon the borough's current fee structure.
So moved.
Questions, comments?
This is the same agreement, basically the same agreement we have with BIU, so
Okay,
monetarily not.
all right, and thank you for the recommendation. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All that opposed? I'm opposed. We have a motion to cancel the December 23rd, 2021 council meeting.
So moved.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All that opposed? I'm not opposed. Moving on to community announcements. Vice President Perry, you want to go over the announcements?
The Master Park Site Plan Steering Committee will be holding their public open house on December 11th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Crafton Park stage. Please come and share your thoughts on the enhancements the borough should consider for the Park Master Site Plan. I might mention we have heaters, so it will be nice and toasty warm, and it will be under coverage for that day. So please come up. Also, there is the survey is going to remain open until the end of the following week. So anyone who would like to take advantage of the giving their opinions through the survey, that is available on the borough website, a link to do that. Crafton's second annual celebration of lights will start on Saturday, December 11th. With all proceeds going to the Crafton Neighborhood Food Bank. The self-guided tour will run through December 26th, and tickets can be purchased online and will be emailed to you. And Santa comes to town on a fire truck on Saturday, December 18th, beginning at 9 a.m. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the Crafton volunteer firefighters will tour the streets of Crafton by fire truck. The event will finish in Crafton by noon and then visit the Thornburg and Rosalind farms. Santa will be passing out candy. And finally, the borough offices will be closed on December 24th and the 31st due to the holiday season.
Thank you. All right, now moving to closing public comment. Anybody online?
If you want to raise their hand if there are any comments. None.
All right,
Anybody? Anybody?
anybody? All right, well, with that, I'll be moving to adjournment.
Well, Mr. President, I'd like to say, I'd like to take a few minutes just to, Colton, Coletta, and I would like to recognize the members of council that are leaving. And we have a little something for everyone, but we also want to say a little bit about each. All right, so our first person is Mike Crown. So Mike's been, a very long resident of Crafton, and your service here has been mainly through appointment and just because you wanted to help out. And your service is not only that, it's on the volunteer fire department side, and you're leading an effort that's so important to the community. Just that dedication and all of it being volunteer is so much appreciated. And your guidance and, personally for me, our talks and your guidance have been invaluable to me. So you've been on council for 2 years and long time dedication to the fire department and the community, which is so appreciated. So, thank you.
I apologize, I wrote this down, it was just easier for me to remember. Next up is Mr. Kraus. Mr. Kraus, thank you for your service on council. It is not an easy task, as I have learned, and we all appreciate the time that you spent on council. You stick to your guns, and I admire that. And for those who may not know, Mr. Kraus has spent 4 years on council and has been a part of many great things that have happened in the community in the last 4 years. It's been my pleasure working with you on council, and I wish you the best of luck in your future. First.
Next is Fred. Fred, we met just earlier this year. I mean, just right when I got on council. And, you have been a lifelong resident of Crafton, and the dedication that you've shown through being on the police department and retiring from the police department and continuing 8 years of service on council hasn't gone unnoticed. And I think personally, we got to know each other at the polls, and I got to see the number of people that knew who you were and, just respected you, and also just showed, all of them had stories about you. And they were just talking to you and everybody else that was there about all the stories. And that was just so good to hear because, our service here isn't just about being on council, but it's about being part of that community. And I just want to show that recognition that your service here and through the police department is just so great. Appreciated. And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Next, Mr. Lavasser. Mr. Lavasser, thank you for the time that you've spent on council as well. As I said with Brad, this is no easy task, and we all appreciate everything you've done and your time you've spent on council. Mr. Lavasser has been on council for 6 years now, and has also served part of his 6 years as council president. He made sure we moved forward with many important infrastructure projects that are very much needed. Crafton is moving in the right direction because of you, and thank you for everything that you have done, and best of luck to you and everything you set your mind to in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's been a pleasure.
Mayor Bloom. What can I say? Thank you so much for your years of service. over and above being mayor, the career that you also spent in the police department, the guidance that you have given this council in the entire time that I've been on council. We greatly appreciate it for this company. And as mayor-elect, I'm starting to have a sense of the issues I have. And I was thinking today, while there are many things, there's one thing that I remember. And that was, we were headed to Magnet Maze a number of years ago as council after a meeting. And there had been a domestic drug call very close to there. And I watched how we wanted to make sure the children were okay. And that is something that just really with me, with care and concern for this community. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna miss you. I'm tired.
Just get on the board.
Great news.
Great news.
Anything else? Ah.
We're good. That's all. Well, I'd just like to say thank you to Mr. Sample for agreeing to be our interim manager. It's been a pleasure working with you. The community owes you a great debt. Being here through the COVID times has been difficult. Every one of us share a sense of camaraderie of local and state, county, federal officials that have had to help steer the nation and our local communities. And it wouldn't be for the efforts of our civil servants, everybody in the office. It's been a pleasure working with them, Catherine and Charisma and Season and Dave and the rest of the gang in Public Works, all the police department, Chief Sumter. So again, a round of applause to our civil servants. I really appreciate it.
Got a good team. Got a good team.
All right, with that, I'm going to move to adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Every day I